All right, Pisces. Um, Pisces, number one, are the most mystic and mysterious sign of the zodiac, mainly because there isn't that many of them. They have the shortest uh, birth space, meaning it's a lack of them in the world. And they have very dreamy qualities about them, and they're very misunderstood, just like the Leo. And they have many strengths and many weaknesses. Um, for an overall description, Pisces are represented by the fish. It's two fish, and they're tied together by the mouth, and they are constantly struggling with each other. Each fish has a different personality. Each fish has different motives, different plans, and the fight is just to coexist with each other. You know what I mean? You can't have one without the other. If one died, the other would die. They need each other to live, but they hate sharing the same space. Um, Pisces are they're kind of aloof at times. You know what I'm saying? They kind of stay in la la land a lot. Not because they're out of tune with reality, but because they basically live in fantasy. You know, fantasy is very important to the Pisces. That's why most Pisces enjoy like video games, you know, sleeping a lot, dreaming a lot. They love like anime, you know, Harry Potter flicks, you know what I'm saying? Like any way to get into fantasy, they will pick that. Given the fact that they're water signs, these are kind of your prone alcoholics, you know what I'm saying? They love to drink, they love to, you know, party, have a good time, free they scalp, you know, get high, stuff like that. They love escaping reality. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't escape reality, then they can't stay sane. So most people kind of take them as people who are kind of too into themselves, which they're not. Because just like Leos, Pisces, they're not selfish, they're selfless. And they give their all to other people. You know what I mean? They give their soul to everybody but themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to treat themselves well because they don't really look at themselves as a top priority. A top priority to a Pisces would be family, you know, whether it be their parents, whether it be their kids, you know what I mean, whether it be their coworkers, whether it be their boss, you know what I'm saying? They really burn out a lot of energy and wind themselves down a lot for other people because number one, they want to make a great impression and fight to keep that impression felt, and also they just want to be the best person that they can be to the people that they care about the most. Now, people that they care about, they go hard for. They will give their all for. You know what I mean? They will focus all their attention, all their resources. They will pull all that into people that pique their interest and people that they care about. People that they don't care about, they don't care about them. You know what I mean? They will cut you off in a split second to keep their peace of mind also. Because at the end of the day, they'll give their all for you, but they're not going to drive themselves crazy for you. You know what I'm saying? Good qualities of Pisces is, like I say, they're very creative. You know what I'm saying? These are very creative people. They're very good artists. They can draw well. They can cut hair. They can do hair. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that deals with like grooming, like they make great barbers, great hairstylists, great artists, great actors, very good actors. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say good actors, I mean they can play their role well. You know what I'm saying? It kind of takes time to figure out who a Pisces is and try to understand really their motives. You don't know what makes them tick. You know what I'm saying? And they're really closed in when it comes to emotions. They're very emotional, but they won't show their feelings to the people that they're being strong for. You know what I'm saying? And they are, like I say, they live in fantasy. They're very dreamy people. When they have dreams, they have movies. You know what I'm saying? All of their dreams mean something. They have real vivid dreams that really stays on their mind all day. You know what I'm saying? And if they're going through it, if they're going through heartache, if they're going through pain, you know what I'm saying? If they're really going through heartbreak, man, like they go through it. You know what I'm saying? It takes a while for a Pisces to mourn. It takes a while for a Pisces to get over things, but once they get over it, they're over it. You know what I mean? And they don't look back. They don't look back. You know what I'm saying? If they're dropping people out of their lives, if they're doing what's best for them, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna fall into the same trap that they fell in before, unless they feel like going through that. You know what I'm saying? Negative sides to a Pisces is they're a bit lazy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're lazy because they're just overall lazy people. They're lazy because it's like they do things on their time. You know what I'm saying? It's like they might not come when you want them, but they'll be there right on time. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they have their own pace on change. They have their own pace when it comes to anything. You know what I mean? And everything is over the top with them also. You know what I'm saying? When they overindulge, they overindulge. You know what I'm saying? When they give their time, they give all their time. You know what I'm saying? When they help people, they always help people. And they're kind of super save a hope. You know what I'm saying? They kind of super save them. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like drama. They like dealing with people with a lot of drama. They like playing the hero to a situation that needs saving. You know what I'm saying? Like if, let's just say for an example, you know what I'm saying? A male Pisces might deal with a chick who has been through a lot. They like people who go through things. They don't like people who don't go through things. You know what I'm saying? Like chicks who ain't got scars on their legs, you know what I'm saying? Who ain't really been through the fire. They don't even deal with people who haven't been through real situations, even though they live in fantasy, but they respect the real. You know what I'm saying? And they just feel like they have to save people who need help. You know what I'm saying? Like if they see somebody on the side of the road who need, you know, their tire changed and they can't change it, they'll go all out their way to help that person get their tire changed. You know what I'm saying? Or if they see somebody in a situation to where they really need help at this dying moment, they might contemplate it for a few minutes, but they'll go out their way to save people who need saving. You know what I'm saying? That's why they make great heroes. They make great family people, great fathers, you know what I'm saying, great mothers, great family members. But it's just like Leos also, they're very misunderstood. So people don't really know how to take them because their emotions are up and down all the time. You know what I'm saying? But these are like your kid at heart people too. They love a good laugh. You know what I'm saying? They love a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, anything that can take them out of reality for that moment, they go all in and embrace it. Because to them, any break from reality is a good break. You know what I'm saying? Which is why they sleep a lot. They got to get their rest. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that go to sleep early. You know what I'm saying? To get ready for the turn up tomorrow. These are the people who prepare for the next day. You know what I'm saying? They look forward to the next day. They look forward to life. You know what I mean? They love living. That's why they prepare for the next day kind of more than anybody in the zodiac. But going back to their mysticism, all Pisces have powers. You know what I'm saying? These are more likely to be witches, more likely to be magicians. You know what I'm saying? Because they know and understand fantasy way more than the average person. You know what I'm saying? They have a spiritual side to them that they can tap into at any moment. You know what I mean? They can't really read minds, but it's like they can feel emotions. They can feel your emotion. You know what I mean? They can feel your presence. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like if, like, the spirit realm is in another realm, they can tap into it. Given the fact that they're water signs, which even the water represents, like, being underwater, that represents a whole another dimension, a whole another part of life that a lot of people aren't on. You know what I'm saying? And another thing about Pisces that you really got to understand is it's just like all they want to do is be the best person that they can be but can't be, if that makes any sense. The best way to describe a Pisces is, you know, I can't be the person you want me to be, but I can be at least a clone of what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really push themselves too hard. They'll go hard, but they won't push themselves too hard. So really, on a long-term race, you know what I'm saying, Pisces learn things late, and they also miss a lot of good opportunities because of living on cloud nine. You know what I'm saying? Because of living in La La Land, because of being so engulfed and escaping reality that they forget about the reality at hand. You know what I'm saying? And the best people for Pisces are people who can show them what they're missing in life. You know what I'm saying? People who can show them a good time, and people who won't be too clingy on them. They don't like clingy people. You know what I mean? They like to help you when you're in need, but they're not the ones to come to every time you need a favor, or every time you need some help. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to help you to get anything in return either. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's in their nature to be good-hearted people. But, you know, they're very kind. They're very pleasant to be around. They're very artistic, creative, colorful people. You know what I mean? They just hate clinginess. They hate people being in their business. They don't like people keeping tabs on them. You know what I'm saying? They just want to roam free. But the reason why it's really hard to understand in Pisces is because, like I say, it's two fish. You know what I'm saying? Like, one fish might talk to you a lot, might get into your lifestyle. You might fall in love with one fish, but that other fish is constantly pulling that other fish away. You know, they'll get to know you, and it's not because they want to get away. It's because of the other fish pulling them away. You know what I mean? They're not bipolar at all. It's just, it's always a constant struggle, a constant tug. You know what I mean? You don't know what fish you talking to. You don't know what fish you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's good to learn both sides of them, to know them completely, so you can know who you're dealing with at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to all Pisces, man. I love Pisces, and you know, they're very good, limited, mystical, very powerful spiritual signs. For it. All right, the next water sign are Cancers, and Cancers are very, very, very emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? They're represented by the crab, which means they have a very, very hard exterior. You know, from the outside, they can really, you know, play that role of, okay, everything is fine. I don't need any help. I don't need anything from you. I got this over here. But inside, they're real soft. It's real mushy. And they're kind of just, you know, real emotional, man. I wouldn't say soft, but they're just like, they're Krabby Patties. You know what I'm saying? It might seem like they bitch all the time. Might seem like they complaining all the time. Cancers catch very bad raps. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't appreciate things. You know what I'm saying? Like things just aren't enough for them. But in reality, they're very content with what they have. But just like Leos, who come right before Cancer, who come right after Cancers, it's just very misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? Basically, all a Cancer wants to be is loved and appreciated and respected. You know what I mean? Not just among their peers, but in their family. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want your misconception of them to define them, because they get even more crabbier. You know what I'm saying? They're not haters at all, but they don't go for stunting. You know what I'm saying? You stunt on a Cancer, they gonna stunt on you harder. You know what I mean? You want to throw some money up like you balling, they'll throw their money up like they balling on you. You know what I'm saying? You want to cop a whip on a Cancer, tell them to step their game up, they gonna cop 2 whips on your ass and tell you to stand up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't go for trying to play them at all. They're not as egotistical as like Leos can be, but their ego and their pride are kind of up there with Leo. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the crab aspect, it's just like, you know, it's not like a crab in a bucket, so where they pulling people down and don't want to see them do better than them. It's just that they just go hard. You know what I'm saying? They go hard to the point where they're very competitive. Very competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people who get pissed when you playing a game with them. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's basketball or PS4. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go hard to try to smoke you on there. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to take that loss. They don't like taking L's. You know what I'm saying? They hate taking losses. But when they do take loss, they take it very serious and very personal. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a survival of the fittest. And if you really look at a crab in a bucket, it's not that they're pulling other people to get to the top. It's just they're fighting to get up out of there. So anything that's in their way, they knocking it down. You know what I'm saying? These are very hard workers. You know what I'm saying? And they love the riches of life. They love the materials of life. They're not materialistic at all. They just love good things. You know what I'm saying? And they also overindulge. This goes back to the water element. You know what I mean? They drink a lot. You know what I'm saying? They smoke a lot. They escape reality also. You know what I'm saying? But they're more in tune with reality than Pisces is. They don't really live on fantasy because they really know what's real out here. So they're not gonna fully escape reality, but they're definitely gonna take that good break. You know what I mean? They're definitely gonna, you know, do what feels right to them. Anything that make them feel good, they want a lot of that. You know what I mean? That's why they're overly. That's why they overly indulge in things. They overly indulge in sex. They overly indulge in, you know, social activities. You know what I'm saying? They just like more. You know what I mean? What's better than more? You know what I mean? You know, why get one thing when you can get a lot of things? You know what I'm saying? Why settle? They don't settle for anything. You know what I'm saying? And they will take mad risks to get what they want. That's why these are your hustlers. These are your good business orientated people. They would make good stockbrokers. You know what I'm saying? Like good salesmen. You know what I'm saying? Like anything about money, that's what they about. Because at the end of the day, it's about them bucks. You know what I'm saying? They're very money orientated. You know what I'm saying? And they're very business orientated. So because of their love for money, they don't mind studying new things. They don't mind learning how to do things to get that buck. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna sell out for the dollar, but they're definitely gonna put that work in and don't mind putting that work in for the dollar. You know what I'm saying? But these are very passionate people. They're full of passion, they're full of emotions in a good way. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know, give them the little attention that they want and give them the little things that they require to function, you have a happy Cancer. And a happy Cancer will make anybody else happy next to them. You know what I'm saying? They show love. You know what I'm saying? They don't mind, you know, helping people. They don't mind showing love. If they got it, you got it. And that's real. You know what I'm saying? Cancers are very real. As far as good and bad traits with them, good traits are, like I said, they're considerate. You know what I mean? They care. You know what I mean? But they only care for things that they care for. Things that they don't really care for, they'll take it by the wayside. You know what I'm saying? And they are good actors and they put on good fronts too. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of go hard. Like these will make your good pimps. You know what I'm saying? Because they show no emotion when it comes time to go to business. You know what I'm saying? So they don't mind laying that pimp hand down. They'll feel bad about it. But, you know, when it comes to carrying out their job or their duty, they carry it out to the fullest with no qualms or no emotions tied to it at the time. You know what I'm saying? Just like Leo, they really can't do dirt and be cold-blooded about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll go hard, but they ain't cold-blooded. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have a conscience. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of the dirt that they do. You know what I'm saying? They do feel bad for the bad things that they do. But if they have to do bad to get glad, it's sad. But they gonna get glad. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they're very misunderstood. You know, negative traits is just that they can just be cold-blooded at the moment. Not that they want to be, but since they're very sensitive, they don't want to be considered as weak at all. They don't like when their kindness get taken for weakness. That's why they be assholes, to compensate for the kindness that they do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you're not going to play them. You can't play them either. You can't play them. You can't stun on them. You know what I mean? You can't try to get one up on them because they're always going to be one step ahead of you. And just like Leos, they overthink also. And because of that overthinking, they stress and boggle themselves down with things that they don't really need to stress and boggle themselves down with. But they just want to be great. They just want to be perfect in many ways. And when they take that loss, it really affects them. You know what I'm saying? But when they win it, man, they up there. You know what I'm saying? They on 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they're winning and things are good, money right, you know, the love life is on point. You know what I mean? They're like kids, big kids, man. They're just in a constant, fun, kid-like mentality. But soon things go wrong, just like Leos, man, they have mood swings. You know what I mean? If it's all good, they're here. But when things start going bad, their emotions get to swing. You know what I'm saying? They get the conflicting things. You know what I'm saying? They get the questioning life. You know what I mean? Like I say, it kind of seems like they always in their feelings, and they are, because they're emotional and they're very sensitive. But they're just not going to let you push them around. They're just not going to let you just take advantage of them at all times, because then they get violent. And these, like your Scorpios, can be very violent people once that line gets crossed. You know what I mean? Once you take advantage of them, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So just treat your Cancer right. Because at the end of the day, a happy Cancer is a great Cancer. And great Cancers help a lot of people and affect the world properly to where they need to be, affected with. But, these are good, genuine, loving, kind people who will flex and get real asshole like once wires get crossed. You know what I'm saying? Because they have to keep themselves sane, and the way they keep themselves sane is by just keeping up that hard exterior. You know what I'm saying? Keeping up that act, so to speak. You know what I mean? And as long as they're functioning the way they need to function, all is well. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much Cancer in a nutshell. Alright, last but not least is the Scorpio. And Scorpios are very complex people, and they're very misunderstood also. Most people don't really believe that they're water signs, but they are water signs, even though they're represented by a desert creature, which is the scorpion. And Scorpios are exactly what their animal symbol is. You know what I'm saying? Scorpions. You know what I'm saying? They know how to survive in the real world. And they're very in tune with reality. Matter of fact, these are the only water signs who really don't deal with fantasy, because all they deal with is the real. And they have very difficult lives that they have. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here being a Scorpio. And just like the crab, you know what I mean, the Cancer, like, they have a very hard exterior. You know what I'm saying? They have a very hard outward appearance, but inside, like I say, they're mushy. You know what I'm saying? They're insects, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So they have a soft inside, but they put on this hard exterior like everything is all right. And they're very emotional and very sensitive, but you will never, ever, 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 ever see that sensitive side or ever see that soft side of them. You know what I'm saying? That's why they catch a bad rap, like they're unemotional or they're not sensitive, or it's just very real assholes, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that. If they do cry, it's going to be in a room by themselves in front of no one. They're not going to show that weak side at all. Even female Scorpios, they don't show no type of weakness. They don't show no type of emotion to their partner or counterparts of their family, because they have to keep up that exterior. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really a big part of their personalities. You know what I'm saying? Also, Scorpios are very hardworking. You know what I'm saying? They don't work is work. You know what I'm saying? When it comes time to work, they put that work in. But to them, it ain't all work, no play. You know what I'm saying? It's all work, all play. You know what I'm saying? They gotta have a good time. They gotta socialize. They gotta turn up after putting in that 9 to 5, because that's what relieves them from reality. But they're not getting out of reality. So they're in reality but getting effed up, because that's their only way to really ease their mind when it comes to winding down for the day. You know what I'm saying? So they're very big drinkers also. They turn up to the match. You know what I'm saying? And they're very supportive people. You know what I'm saying? They support their mates. They support their family. You know what I'm saying? To the people that they do love and support, man, if I got it, you got it. That it is with them for real. You know what I'm saying? They help out everybody that's in their best interest and who they like. But people that they don't like, people that they beef with, you get no love. You know what I'm saying? You get nothing. Matter of fact, you might fuck around and get your ass whooped, because they don't play. They don't play. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay in good graces with a Scorpio, because a Scorpio never forgets anything. They might forgive, but they ain't going to forget nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you cross a Scorpio, you are constantly embedded in their mind. Like, whatever you did to them will always stick in their mind. And they're never going to forget. And they're always going to hold that over your head. And they're always going to just beat that and distill it into you that you fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? They don't mean to go off the edge, but if you push them off the edge, it's just like Taurus. You know what I'm saying? They got a negative side and a bad side that you really don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? But they mask. They're good at masking. They mask all that. You know what I mean? It's like Dr. Jekyll with Mr. Hyde. That's the crazy term that comes with Scorpio. It ain't like they're crazy because they loco, it's crazy because they just got a hidden side that you don't really want to see. It's really Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's the best way to describe a Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? But positively, the hard workers, anything they put their mind into, they attain. They have very good faith-based ways of operating and maneuvering out here, and they're very socialites. Just like Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying? They're cool with everybody. You know what I mean? They don't have any qualms with anyone. You could be any type of person and you could be cool with a Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all are eye to eye on things and y'all keep things 100, you got a friend for life. You know what I'm saying? But soon you cross them, soon you fuck them over, it's a wrap. It's a riggedy wrap. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be happy to flex on you. You know what I'm saying? They'll be happy to put them hands and put them paws on you when you get out of line. And they're going to give you rope to hang yourself with, but once you hung, it's over with. And they will get violent on you real quick. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, they're not emotional at all. They play their role. These are your freaking super role players, man. They will take a step down to let you do you because they ain't trying to change you. They're not trying to get you to see things their way. They'll rather be happy being a role player than trying to dominate your life or try to change the person that you are. You know what I'm saying? That's why when they do get crossed, they just get real violent because it's like, man, I'm doing all this. I'm taking a step down to the bottom step for you, and this is how you do me? Nah, they don't go for nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But back to the creature aspect of Scorpio, man, they're a Scorpion, which means they reside in a desert, barren places, which means they're very resourceful. You know what I'm saying? They can survive anything. They're not like Sag as far as survivors. Sagittarius are like the super duper survivors. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to kill a Scorpio. I mean a Sagittarius, but since Scorpios before Sag, they carry on that survivor qualities that the Sag has. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they're freaks. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing about them being freaks, that's very true. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why I say that is because not only does every astrology sign have, like I say, a animal that builds their characteristics, that defines them. Not only do they have an element that builds them and define them, they also, all astrology people have like Engorgenous zones. And I'm going to get into that. That'll be the next series of astrology. This is an Engorgenous zone. And what an Engorgenous zone is, are their spots, things that are, you know, that turns the sign on. You know what I'm saying? And for example, like a Leo's Engorgenous zone is their backs. You know what I'm saying? Capricorn Engorgenous zones is like the back of their legs. You know what I'm saying? Their calves, stuff like that. Aries might be their face and their hair. You know what I'm saying? Gemini is their hands. Pisces are their feet. Unfortunately, you know, the Scorpio Engorgenous zone are their genitals. You know, they think with their dick, they think with their pussy. You know what I'm saying? You play with the dick, you get the Scorpio. You play with their pussy, you get the Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? They are very focused individuals. It's not like that's all they're about is sex and stuff like that, but they think and operate with their genitals. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of sounds crazy, but in the next astrology videos, when I get into the Engorgenous zones, I'll really touch on those subjects. But that's where the freakiness term come from as far as the Scorpio. They're not easy, but they turn up when it comes to the bedroom. They turn up. They really know how to go all the way and over when it comes to the sheets and pleasing and pleasuring people. You know what I'm saying? They have that pleasure principle for real. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, these are your hardworking, very dedicated, supportive people that you don't want to cross, that you don't really want to set off. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of like a ticking time bomb, and once that timer goes off, you know what I'm saying, it's really like an atom bomb explosion of emotions. And they really, like, they hide things. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like sweeping dirt under a rug. They'll hide their pain, they'll hide their emotions, their feelings, but once it's too much, they have to let it go. And when they do let it go, you know, it might throw you off. Like, man, I've never seen this person cry. Or, man, I've never knowing her to be so emotional. What's really going on with you? You know what I'm saying? And when they do mourn and when they do vent, they either have to vent to a person that they really trust, who's not going to throw that back in their face, or they vent by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, respect the Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? Because they are Scorpions. So when they strike hard. They strike with precision. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very calculated people. They don't make moves just to make moves. They always 10 steps ahead of people. You know what I mean? That's what make them great warriors. That's what make these people great, like anything that deals with action. You know what I'm saying? Lawyers, doctors, warriors, fighters, soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Like, people in command. You know what I'm saying? Like, people with power. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very powerful people. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know their own power either. And they shock themselves from how strong they can be, or how the way they can deal with certain situations. You know what I'm saying? They amaze themselves, but they're very amazing people. And at the end of the day, as long as you're in good graces of Scorpio, everything is Gucci. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much water signs in a nutshell. Stay in tune, because I'm going on a whole another realm with this astrology thing. I'm finna touch on Engorgenous zones. I'm finna touch on relationships. You know what I'm saying? Which sign, like, you know, dating. Like, if one sign is dating another sign, this is exactly how it's gonna go. Things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Any questions that you have, let me know. Any more insight that you need, let me know. But we're gonna keep this LLE astrology thing rolling. You know what I'm saying? Stay in tune though. If you ain't seen all the videos, check out the other signs.